Now, as I mentioned, Israel is one country that is worth us looking at as a window into the future with COVID-19. Let's go there now and catch up with Daniel Tsemach, who's a reporter with 124 News in Tel Aviv. Thanks for joining us, Daniel. Looks like a glorious day there in Tel Aviv. I'm interested in the fact that you've got high vaccination rates. I think about 65% now of the eligible population fully vaccinated, yet you're getting really high infection rates now. Tell us the situation.
Right. So indeed, we're seeing a consistent rise of those infection rates throughout the country. We're talking about just teetering around the 8,000 mark. For the fourth consecutive day today, Chris, we can say that just over 7,700 new cases have been identified. That is a big number for a country of just over 8.5 million people. And this is really the type of trajectory that we saw during the most intense waves of the virus just around a year plus ago. So in that sense, it's certainly a concerning situation. What we can say, given the fact that this is a very well-vaccinated country, over 1,200,000 people already being vaccinated with their third shot, and what we can say is that the serious cases have taken a slight dip in the last 2 days. They were around the 600 mark. Today, 571. That is a sort of glimmer of hope, if you will, when it comes to this third vaccine shot that people are getting nationwide, and hoping that those numbers will continue to decrease, because the trajectory is that those serious cases will double every 2 weeks, as we have seen in the last 2 weeks already.
Yeah, it's a fascinating comparison because it's a very similar population to New South Wales and a similar climate, really, yet we're fully locked down for 600 cases a day. Tell us, those 8,000 cases a day, are they mainly in unvaccinated people, or are vaccinated people getting the infections?
Unvaccinated people are getting the infection. At the end of the day, it is important to address the fact that Israeli health professionals have identified the fact that the vaccine, while they say the Pfizer vaccine, which is what most of these Israelis are vaccinated with, Pfizer and Israel reaching a huge agreement at the beginning of the pandemic, not the beginning, but in the beginning of the vaccination period of the pandemic. But ultimately, we are seeing that a lot of those new cases are indeed people that have been vaccinated. However, those people that have been vaccinated are not suffering, for the most part, from very serious symptoms. The vast minority of the people that are experiencing serious symptoms or being hospitalized have been vaccinated. So in that sense, the Israeli health professionals, the health ministry here, is very, very confident that the vaccine is working in preventing serious cases, in preventing fatalities. And given the fact that we're now, in some ways a new guinea pig as far as the third booster shot is concerned, they're certainly seeing promising numbers there, saying that there's a vastly less chance, you could say, that people who have gotten their third shot will be hospitalized or even suffer from serious symptoms of COVID-19. And because of that, we are seeing them moving full steam ahead when it comes to vaccinating as many people throughout the country over the age of 40 with that third booster shot. That is the focus of the Israeli government. You mentioned New South Wales and a lockdown. Here in Israel, no lockdown, some restrictions here and there, but for the most part, the economy is going to continue to thrive. That's at least the wish of the Israeli Prime Minister, Naftali Bennett.
Daniel, thanks so much for the update. I appreciate it.